That's the start of the episode, Buddah. I just had a pretty funny idea this morning. It's our first solo in the studio.
Feels right.
It does. Feels good. You know when you drive past cars and they have their mobile numbers on there?
Yeah.
It's like they want business. Perhaps we can use that to our advantage.
So how you've been doing? So you've been getting up here this morning?
This on the way to the school drop. Actually, allegedly the passenger in this car was possibly wearing a Korean high school uniform. But look, see, it's pretending they're.
Is that legally parked?
No, it was properly parked. It was possibly illegally filming it as I was driving.
You were parked as well.
Yeah, I was parked.
I love this. I've always, when we were in high school, we used to do this stuff too as well. Like if we were stuck at traffic lights in like a school bus and there was a plumber pulled up next to us, we'd always call the number and like prank call them and see them melting on the phone. And they'd look over and be like, see that it was a bunch of idiot school kids.
There's nothing like being accused for a crime you didn't commit and I'm just going to throw something on this car.
What are you feeling?
I'm just going to feel the vibe and just roll with it. But I'm thinking I need a good name. What's a good name for a parking ranger or Sterling city council worker? Something staunch.
It's like it's going to be a strong sort of sheriff name, huh?
Yeah.
What's a power name?
John Staunch?
Done. I love starting it off with a prank straight away off the bat. This could go anywhere.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Mr. Staunch. I represent the city of Sterling here, and I'm just following up on an incident this morning that I understand you heavily know about.
What happened?
Young Quinton's guinea pig that you ran over.
Sorry, what?
We have multiple witnesses that saw, some say you swerved, some say it was an accident. That's for the jury to decide, but little Quinton and his emotional support guinea pig going to school this morning near Red Rooster. You ran it over?
Are you sure that you are contacting the right number?
Well, you tell me. Did you flatten the guinea pig?
Are you okay?
Well, Quinton is distraught. This is an emotional support guinea pig.
Okay, what was the car plate number?
You really want me to check through the surveillance footage? Hang on. It's a little obscured, but we can clearly see H&M painting, which is likely a cover for flattening, and it looks like a white ute, Mitsubishi make, possibly.
Oh, that's a painter number. That's actually I used to be a receptionist for him, but I'm not anymore. So
you weren't driving the car that flattened the guinea pig?
No.
And
but I can. If you give me your number, I can ask him to call you back.
So who is the guinea pig flattener?
What is guinea pig?
An emotional support animal. Like this person that squashed it. Do you know him personally?
I know him.
And
but I can ask your number and I ask him to call you back.
Okay. How many animals does he squash? Like, is this a weekly thing?
Sorry, what the...
Like, has he got a history of...
Why are you talking like that?
Well, we're just very concerned for Quinton. He's lost his guinea pig. And then you seem to be so dismissive, like you don't even care about this guinea pig. Rest in peace.
First of all, I thought that you are a scammer. And second is these days we are just calling so many scam calls. So if you just provide your number, I ask him to contact you so you can discuss with him.
Well, could you please provide us with his number so we can get to the bottom of this, because we want to talk to him first. If it was an accident, then maybe we won't go through the police. But if he swerved as indicated, there's going to be, this is definitely...
Of course it would be an accident. Who would intentionally do that? But of course I will just provide you his number. Just a minute. 819.
Okay, and what's his name?
His name is Hassan. So I think if you just try to call him, if you try to explain, because you really sound a scammer to me. So I think if you talk the way that you talk to me, he's not going to answer you properly as well.
Okay. Hassan the assassin. So, okay, I'll try call Hassan the assassin now.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, bye. Oh, shit.
Can you leave your message?
He's on the run from the cops, mate. He's done.
Fuck, spilling.
No. Oh, man.
Should we try round 2 with...
Yeah.
So the other car I saw was this white MG Buddah.
It's a pretty sick car.
It's parked on the grass. The grass is immaculate. It's parked on the grass on West Coast Highway.
And what is it for sale?
It's for sale. Just
you
so
go on it?
I reckon you'll go on it.
The MG.
White MG convertible. Chuck it right on the top of that.
Hello, Barry here.
Hi, Barry. This is Roger from All Abilities Care Service WA. How are you?
Good.
That's good. I'm just ringing up about the MG that is advertised on West Coast Drive.
Oh, yeah, fine.
Yep. Lovely car, by the way. Anyway, we were looking after a couple of our clients yesterday, and I work with people with all sorts of abilities, like vision impaired, hearing impaired, and all that sort of jazz. And we've actually had a young gentleman that we look after who got excited, and he's got quite a bit of 90% his vision's lost, and he's ran. And your car being parked so close to the curb, he's actually clipped the MG and slipped and hit his side of his head pretty bad.
Really?
Yes. So it's been unfortunate, but we didn't think too much of it at the time. He said he was a bit just shaken, and he got away from us a bit and our carer. But then we've just got a report from his parent this morning that he actually can't really hear too well now either because he's hit his eardrum. He reckons he hit the side of your tyre and then went near the boot, and then he's kind of rolled a bit towards the road.
When did that happen?
It was yesterday afternoon, I think around lunchtime-ish. So, yeah, obviously the parents are pretty distraught because now he's got hardly any hearing and obviously couldn't see. And they're just kind of coming to us to see, like, should that car have been parked there so close to the road?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I mean, it is my verge.
Technically, it's everyone's verge because it's kind of
yeah.
West Coast Drive.
Well, look, I'm sorry. I mean, it's a terrible thing to think that it's happened. What when you say he ran away, what?
Oh, he got really excited and he just kind of got a burst of energy and he's kind of ran and then he's clipped the car. Someone said it was parked a little bit on the footpath too, but it's neither here or there.
No, it wasn't, no.
And he's, unfortunately.
I'm very conscious of the fact that it's parked on the grass. There's probably a foot between me and the thing. But look, I don't know what, I mean, this is highly unusual, isn't it? I mean, for everybody.
It is, and especially to be vision impaired and now potentially no ear.
Yes. Look, I don't know what to say to you. I mean, are they saying that I need, that they're going to do something about the fact that it was parked there and it was my fault?
Yeah, well, they're just come back at us and thinking that they reckon it was parked potentially on the footpath more than it should have been, and it wouldn't have happened if.
Okay.
Yeah, and the dad is a big car fan too, so I think he was a fan of the car and was almost thinking of looking at it to buy it, but he probably would want some price off, maybe.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry. I really don't know what to say to you. I'm very sorry for what's happened, but I don't know that I can be blamed. I mean, that's something you'd have to take up with somebody else, I would think.
I think, well, yeah, they kind of wanted to take it up with you. So I said I'd give you a buzz because I found the number.
What did they want me to do?
Well, potentially the cost of the old ear. They don't really know yet, but between the vision loss and the hearing loss, they're dealing with, it's a bit of a tough situation. But the dad he actually was looking at the car and he actually thought it was quite nice, and he was wondering how much was it actually going for.
This sounds to me like a bit of a shakedown.
I'll tell you what shook down was he was shook down because he went over the boot.
Why did they come and knock on the door? I mean, we were home.
Well, they couldn't see. Oh, who? The dad.
Who was with him? I mean, you know.
Oh, they were just a bit rattled at that stage, I think. It was.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Look,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've got nothing really to offer you at all. I guess
The car, maybe, do you reckon, instead of... if you were to donate the car, would that pay for the bills, you think, or what?
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. I wouldn't do anything like that. I mean, you'll...
So you're happy to go to court, potentially, if it's parked illegally?
Whatever has to happen, yes, of course. I feel that... I mean, look, the boy could have ran... I mean, there's a power pole in front of the car. He could have run and banged into that.
Oh, well, he wasn't out to purposely run into things. Like, I mean, he thought he was at Hyde Park for all he knew. He didn't know he was on West Coast Drive. He doesn't really know where he is most of the time.
Okay. Look. I'm sorry. I'm not prepared to take it any further. You'll have to deal with it, or the dad. Look, I mean, if the dad wants to come and talk to me, I'm happy to talk to him. But
some were saying they were saying. I mean, I'm not too familiar with the area, but they were saying it was a blind crest. Was it?
No. Not at all.
It's not a blind crest. No.
No.
Maybe it is now.
No, there's plenty of. I mean, that's why I park it there, because people coming north and south can see the car perfectly, and.
Well, not everyone can see it perfectly.
No, of course. I wasn't being flippant about it. I mean, it is what it is.
That's an untimely joke, that one.
I beg your pardon?
That's a pretty untimely joke.
Oh, cut it out. I wasn't making a joke.
Oh.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm not going to take this any further. You just you do what you've got to do, and we'll see where it.
There's another joke. We'll see. Well, we can't all see. This is getting out of hand now.
Okay. Goodbye.
You'll hear from us.
Possibly ruined his morning, eh? Oh, that was good. He's actually a nice guy until you started.
Very nice guy.
Yeah. Should I call back as the?
Oh, you doubling down on him?
Yeah, I think he needs closure because he's like stressing about it. I think.
What are you going to say to him?
Well, maybe I'm the dad and I want to buy the car.
Okay. I don't reckon
we need to give it a little bit though for obviously his party to talk to our party.
Yeah,
he's probably already getting legal advice.
He's moving the car. He was a sweet man.
Yeah, he did seem quite nice, eh? He reminded me of what's the actor Third Rock from the Sun?
Oh, the dad. Yeah, he sounds like the guy who's in that other movie recently. I know the guy you're talking about. Yeah, the bald dude.
Yeah. So who are you? You were a carer, hey?
Yeah.
So yeah, now I'm the father. Has he been named?
And the father's a real big car advocate.
Yeah.
So I reckon you're all in on it, and you're willing to make her play.
Yeah.
Make a little deal with him, eh?
Okay.
Now that's going to annoy me. The guy from Third Rock, who's that FBI agent in that latest movie where they're on the run.
Yeah.
The guy that used to be in, is it Jeff Bridges, who used to be an agent? An old mate's in that too.
That looks to be a 69 MG.
It's a sick car. That's got you written all over it.
Yeah. What's a good name for the concerned father that's possibly trying to shake down?
Seymour.
Oh yeah.
Seymour Carmichael. You reckon? He's moving the car for sure.
Yeah.
Hello, you've called Barry. I can't take this call.
Because I'm angry.
Because I'm on the phone with a lawyer.
Because I've left the country. And I'm currently on the run.
Oh, that is God. He's just he's bunking in, eh?
Yeah. How good was he?
I wish we had surveillance right now on his house.
How nice was he?
He's moving the car 100%.
How's like the real politically correctness like gentleman in him where he was just like, oh, I didn't mean to make a joke of that. Like,
Yeah. And then like as soon as someone mentions a footpath, he starts pulling out like measurements. It's like at least a foot. Like, yeah.
And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, he could have been. He didn't even know he was in West Coast Drive.
Yeah,
He thought he was at Hyde Park.
I reckon what will get him going is when I call him back if he answers. And we just I'll just casually drop that it's like the 10th car he's hit this week.
Yeah. Easily the best one though. Like usually, he goes more for Kia Carnivals. Yeah, and they get this. Daywoos.
Oh. How does this always happen though that we end up on with involving the impaired?
Do we?
Oh, I showed you that footage.
Is that bad of
of
us?
Van throwing the hat onto.
Dude, incredible.
I thought it was incredible. So what's happened? We're at Kmart in Aloo, and we're just lining up at the checkout, and I saw a red hat there. And then I looked up, and there was a kid and a mum. So I just said to Van, "Throw this hat on that kid," without even thinking, just like see how good this shot is. So Van grabs the hat, flicks it, lands perfectly on the mum's head. And then she looks at the kid and blames the kid and then looks at us. But I didn't know the kid was retarded.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. He's like, potentially.
Is that the word? Politically correct word? I don't even know. Is it?
I don't know, isn't it? Retardé?
I don't know.
Shut up, Wolf.
Yeah, Wolfie.
Or he's spasticated. Is that the word? Or is that even
I
worse?
don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I'll
Yeah.
take your...
Well, he's potentially not 100% all there, but
Yeah.
I had no idea. So now I'm like, feel too guilty to post the footage because.
Oh, really? He looked fine. I mean, you sent to me.
That's what I thought
Yeah,
until
he was
Okay.
normal, man. He's just a teenager.
I was thinking because I've been ramping up the tension footage, I was like, the perfect plays to like see how good the kids are at doing it, like following their dad's footsteps. And then, man, first shot with that hat, I was so shocked.
Man, it was perfect.
Yeah.
Like, Alicia was losing laughing. I showed Charlie too because he was like, Spider-Man hat. And, then, and there it goes. And he thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Man, he's got skill. He's definitely following his dad's footsteps.
Oh, dude.
You wouldn't even land it on the head.
Nah.
That was like perfect 10-pointer.
But what was the funniest was he wasn't even aiming for the mum. It just like...
It reminded me of frisbee golf. It looked like.
Yeah.
He just nailed it.
Let's try again.
You're on a mission, eh?
Just get some closure into the call.
Hello, you've called Barry.
I'm still on the run. Yeah, that was insane, man. And the other thing he did was that funny.
What's that?
The other little
the other
escapade you got
prank.
up to. Yeah. Couldn't have worked out any better.
Oh, huge news. Up in joke.
Hello,
We're on.
Bang.
So May 3rd
May 13th.
May
Saturday,
13th.
May 13th. We're doing Up and Joke 2.
at Varsity at Whitford City.
Yes. So for those that came to number one, obviously we had a massive show at Regal Theatre, and a lot of people couldn't make that too. So we sold 1,100 tickets for that. That was loose, and as it's been well publicised, all you mad dogs drank Regal Theatre dry before the show started. So we're going to a venue now that
Drinking's encouraged.
drinking
not
is very
banned.
Yes, it is encouraged, and they're all for it. So they're frothing to come on board Varsity. They are just recently coming on board as a sponsor. We just worked through some agreements with them, and the North Shore Tavern, formerly known as up at Whitford's, is about to be Varsity. So it's a sick venue. It only holds, we looked at it, about 500 people for the show with the space they have, but it's definitely not going to run out of booze. And they're frothing to put on a real good show. So we're going to go for a 500-seater. So tickets, you'll want to get in quick. And it's going to be a massive
Yeah.
night. And we get to party with everyone after, whereas that was probably the only thing with the last one. The alcohol ran out before the show started for everyone to enjoy. And then afterwards, we didn't really get to catch up with all the audience and all the legends that came because everyone kind of just dispersed to Subi and all over the place, and we were stuck in the green room. And so this time, the show will be at the same venue we all party at afterwards.
Yeah, I can't wait. So it'll be, a slightly shorter show because the other one was pretty long.
Yep.
So it'll be like a couple of hours and then we'll all just stay in the one spot. It'll be sick.
Yeah, it'll be sick. And we're going to have some massive special guests that are featured on this show, involved in the show. We're going to have music acts.
Big Stone.
Big Stoney.
He's coming over. He tried the first time, but...
COVID.
Yeah, lockdown's got him.
Prices cost about $10,000 for a ticket back then as well.
Yeah.
And what else are we going to show there?
We're going to do a little preview of the I'm going to, do a 10 to 11 preview.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long or how much because we've got sort of a short time to work with. So I'll probably cut like a 3-minute preview.
Yeah, sick. That'll get people amped.
For T11.
Which would be epic. And then, we're going to have a lot of some well-known big-name guests we've had on the podcast that are going to be involved in the show, and we're going to have some sick stand-up comedy, some funny video sketches, and just have a real interactive, loose night with everyone. So
yeah,
tickets are on sale now.
Try booking, hey?
Yeah, try booking and look up in joke 2. We're calling it Varsity Booze. So
We've already redid the poster with the Varsity Blues, the original one. Come out pretty funny.
Yeah.
Do you reckon many people know Varsity Blues?
I reckon some people would.
Yeah.
Either way, it's funny, and it plays into the booze shortage crisis we had.
Yeah.
And it won't be happening this time.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Canberra, fucking massive night and good times. Catch up with everyone. We're doing it with the Hard Yarns boys again. So
Oh, how much are tickets? $60, I think.
$55.
$55.
Yep. And then
Do you know that's pretty good considering a piece of card costs $7? I bought 2 bits of card, $14.
yeah. Well, it's good. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's
But
like-
most comedy shows and that for like 90 minutes are like, man, $45.
Yeah.
$40. We're doing 55, and we're going
It's
to
a
do
whole
20
show,
hours.
which costs the same as 8 pieces of cardboard.
Yeah, plus there'll be some sick deals, and we're giving out heaps of giveaways. We'll have Rusty and a few other sponsors on board that I'm sure will have some. Everyone's going to get bang for their buck. Plus, you get to meet some names that you're probably fans of. That
Yep.
are legends that are going to be getting around it. So it's going to be sick.
Hell yeah.
Pumped for it, eh? It's
Excited.
crazy. It's been nearly 2 years, man.
I know.
We did it August 2021, and then we had plans to do it last year. It was just a big year. Everything got away from us, and then now May 2023? A year and 9 months since the last one.
Yep.
Insane.
Exciting, eh?
Can't wait, man. It's gonna be so much fun. So
I also had a couple of new legend patrons I wanted to shout out. Andy Rico and Joe Boys 88 legends. And of course, existing patron Cole Gilbert. He upped his pledge. So
yeah,
in the times of need, these patrons are pulling through.
legends. Thanks so much. Man, that's making a massive difference, eh? With the
I know.
studio and all the money it costs.
Next purchase, we're getting better mics. Even though these ones sound pretty good, but they're kind of pretty long. So we're
Yeah.
going to get more of the podcast style microphones. But chipping away at it.
And the YouTube stuff's come along sick.
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, we're fully. Do we talk about how we're monetized?
yeah, I think we did. Yeah. How cool's that?
Yeah, we made like 10
3
bucks.
cents a day or something? How good's that? Child labour. Sweatshop money, eh?
Yeah. Yeah,
That-
so we'll keep trying to do a little bit of YouTube content and
Yeah, 100%. And the Kamchatka video,
Yeah.
that went pretty good on YouTube,
yeah.
eh?
I got your book too. They just sent us some books. They're fucking mental.
Yeah, shout out to those boys. I'm so stoked that it was so well received nationally, eh? It looked like everywhere they went, pretty much sold out each
Yeah.
theatre.
Yeah.
Get you amped, eh, for Tension 11?
Yeah, big time, hey? Yeah.
It's going to be exciting, man.
Wonder where we'll do the premiere for Tension 11.
I was going to ask you that. Did you have any
No
food for
idea.
thought?
I guess it's still pretty far off. I'm hoping to get a season in Hawaii this year, so maybe bring it out early next year.
Yeah, get that one sort of sick Hawaii summer under your belt,
Yeah.
winter.
We've got a couple of trips coming up real soon too. So.
Man, have you seen seen that sick bank in Hawaii where like Mason
Oh,
Ho
John
all
John
that?
and them?
So
Yeah.
good, eh? How
Yeah.
fun's that? Where is that?
I just saw it was Beach Park, wasn't it?
Was it?
I
I
didn't
don't
really
know.
watch it. I just saw everyone saying you can't surf there.
I
or
just saw
something.
like Mason and all those guys there, and it looks so fun.
Yeah.
Watching that, I'm like, fuck, I want to get over there so bad. I'd love just to do one winter over there, just take the family and cruise.
Yeah. You've
You
got
must
to,
be getting
hey.
the itchiest feet to get over there 'cause
Yeah.
it's been a while now.
It's like a second home because we've been there so many times. I just miss it so bad.
I always think back to how cool it must have been to do it at a time of life where you was carefree, like being 18, 19,
Yeah.
like you guys doing slumbering in the all those cool little missions you do, and you had no money hardly. That must have been time that you still reflect back on. That was like time of your lives.
100%. It's
'Cause there's
such
no
good
care.
memories there. Eh?
No care in the world, kind of thing.
Yeah. And just going through from like 14 seasons, like at the start where you just like on push bikes, and then you start, as you get older and more mature, you start getting cars, and then you get proper houses, and it's sick.
I saw what's his name again? Is it Koa? Who's that?
Rossman?
Yeah, him and his brother.
Yeah.
I was watching a YouTube video of them the other day, and they were talking about they had a mess around comp about who can burn the most people. Where they didn't actually do it; it was just like a piss take, but it was kind of the theme was to talk about localism.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was mentioning how the importance of it, like it does play a role, because he was talking about in Hawaii how like you do have to have some sort of pecking order when there's people from all over the world coming to surf these waves, and if you don't have some sort of respect code, you end up turning into Malibu and Snapper and all that. And he was mentioning how like you go over there and he goes, I'd never steal waves from people. and always respect the locals because you don't even know who the locals are, and it just becomes chaos. And he's like, say there is a role for it to be. It's not as much in this day and age. It's not as frequent as it used to be. But he was talking about his dad. Was his dad a real big enforcer?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. What are they called? The blackboard shorts or something?
The Dahui, yeah.
Was that the Dahui originally?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So do you remember running into those sort of guys over there?
Oh yeah, you see him. Yeah, you know the dudes not to mess with and like to take a wide berth from for sure.
Do you think that over the recent years it's sort of changed a little bit? Like it's done. It's not as
I
hectic?
think like Eddie Rothman or them, the big dogs, their respect just keeps growing, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's different in the fact that back then there was no like mobile phones where now every incident on the beach will get filmed and put on social media. So it is definitely different.
It's probably a little bit more accountability actions now, hey, because you can get fucked
Or
up. You get
I think
caned.
less physical violence
Yeah.
because it's just going to get captured and shared and then
caught.
yeah. Whereas before all the cameras everywhere, like there was way more beatdowns for sure.
Yeah, because you always hear those stories of like, and we've spoken about it a bit before, but every winter mates of ours would come back and be like, oh fuck it, accidentally burnt this guy or somebody this, had to take my rashie off and just bail and like
Yeah.
lay low for a couple of days. So that shit was pretty common not too long ago, but now I don't
Yeah.
know how much it happens.
Rest in peace, Levi Rose. The first year we went to Hawaii, he we've talked about it before. He had that big run in with Baby Quinones, but yeah, unfortunately, Lev just passed away recently. So
Oh really?
yeah, it sucked.
Shit. R.I.P. Yeah, that's.
Do you remember that story? Where
Was that the one we had
he,
to gather the money?
he shot him? No, he shot him on the bum with a BB gun.
Oh nah.
Yeah, it was fully gnarly. I've told the story before, but yeah, he shot the wrong dude with a BB gun as he was about to go out for a heat pipe. Lev did, yeah.
And then had a bounty on his head.
Oh yeah, he almost got killed, eh? And then we had to get the freaking.
Was it a metal pellet or a plastic pellet? That's a game changer. If it was one of those ball bearing ones.
I think it was metal. I don't know. It was a high
How
powered.
much they hurt, bro.
Oh, it was a
Sting.
high powered gun. It would have fucking killed. But yeah, we were just staying at Sunset with the right family, so we actually had the hui on our side to because yeah, Baby was gonna fucking kill him, eh?
Were you Switzerland? Like you were kind of neutral, just had to.
Nah, we
weather
were
the
team
storm?
hui. We were like, yeah,
Yeah, it went over.
yeah. It was like proper gnarly. He was like at night couldn't sleep and shit because he thought he was gonna yeah.
It's insane. And they know exactly where you're staying.
Oh, it's a pretty small place. You find someone North Shore real fast, yeah.
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 The that hurts. So he was going out for a heat and he got BB gunned in the arse or cheek.
Yeah.
You got enough to worry about, like paddling out a pipe, and then you got a stinger.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and of all the people to shoot, like, pick your victim, eh?
Yeah. Was it like, oh, that's so hectic, man? Yeah. Do you remember how much remember like people would sneak BB guns back from Bali and that? That's what I remember as a Grom. And that would be the first thing. You'd be like, this is fun. And then, but it always quickly turned to, this is painful and I regret getting involved.
I think there was also an element of, because it was a fucking pretty far away shot. It's kind of probably Lev thought, oh, I'll just aim at him and shoot. Whether it hits him or not, we'll cross that bridge, and then he just straight in the ass.
Did he turn around and be like,
Yeah. You don't get.
oh, that's so awkward, dude. Yeah. And what's everyone doing with those moments where like you all just put your head down and act like you don't know who did it?
Kinda, but we were at the Billabong house, which was the house at Backdoor.
Yeah.
And all Eppo, everyone was there. So, like, people were kind of off it. It was kind of, yeah.
Was everyone doing the like rub their forehead and point, or like scratch themselves and point to the culprit?
Ish, until he come running up with a fucking log
And,
after the heat, yeah.
and try to like get everyone awake.
Yeah, he wanted to know who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think by that time Lev had split. But
He'd already got the next plane out.
yeah.
So that's what you got to look forward to.
But over the years, I got to know Ruben, and he's an absolute legend.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things where
Of course.
it was just a shit situation. Lev shouldn't have done it.
People just being young and dumb, eh?
Yeah.
There would have been a lot of that going on, surely.
Yeah. And there's different, like, he grew up different to how we grew up. He's like Puerto Rico, wherever, like a harder upbringing and you don't take shit for like from anyone, especially some young Aussie that's shooting you for no reason.
Yeah, we have had this chat because Ruben reached out to you a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah.
Legend. Was it when we did something live, or remember he reached out to you about something? He loved one of the episodes, or
It would have been that story.
Yeah, legend.
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, different upbringings. Like that, there's some people that are just born in severe, tough environments.
Yeah.
Where like shit is not tolerated, and you've got to like climb up to get anywhere.
Yeah,
Whereas we
yeah.
live in pretty luxury filled Australia.
Yeah. They're like dealing with proper gangs and
Yeah.
shit. Like it's like when you hear Leon Edwards talk about his father's upbringing. Do you
Yeah,
ever
in,
hear
in
that?
the Caribbean.
Yeah, it sounded like that's kind of the vibe I was getting from.
Man, my mate, I caught up with my mate recently. He was over from, so he's got a big job in West Indies cricket, and he's from Perth originally, and he's done like a 3-year contract over there. And I was caught up with him while he was back for the summer, and he was just chatting about it, and he was saying like, it's fucking pretty sketchy. Like there's the gangs and all that. Like he said, there's
Yeah.
heaps of I think it's heaps of Puerto Ricans that live there, and obviously the local gangs. And he says like the amount of murder rate and stuff like that. He goes like it's sketchy. Like the beach is beautiful and there's lots of beautiful surroundings. Then you step off from that bit and you've got like gated houses, security cameras. Like he goes, it's the real deal. Like you don't want to be fucking messing with the wrong guys.
Yeah.
Or in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like it runs rampant over there.
Yeah. There's places though, hey, where it's expected and they're almost used to that sort of level of living or whatever. But Jack come home last night, and at Duncraig Hungry Jack's last night, 3 carfuls of dudes just rolled up and went in, started stealing e-bikes, chains off his mates, AirPods, one of the kids' Tech Fleece hoodies. They just went in and got rolled.
Really?
Jet was luckily out the front on his scooter and he got away.
Really?
Yeah, 3 carfuls. Just in the, like,
Not the fake Whitey guy again.
similar sort of vibes.
Where
Yeah.
they take the scooters and everything.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But that's just happening in Duncraig.
That happened when we were growing up though as well.
Yeah, that's what I said to Jet. Yeah.
I feel like nothing changes. It's just like the same pecking order just repeats itself year in, year out. Like
Yeah. Wrong place, wrong time, mate.
social dynamic of like school setups and like
Yeah.
everyone going around. Like we
Yeah.
used to have crew all the time, like jumping parties. Like Leon, shout out to Leon, who did the aircon. He'll
Oh,
know, like,
look, it's back up and running.
we used to-
Legend.
yeah, we used to go to like, everyone would go to the same parties around Mullaloo, Ocean Reef, Quinns, and there'd be like the Joondalup boys or whatever would rock up and all this crew, and they'd jump fences, bash chicks, fight everyone. A couple of guys got stabbed. Like it was kind of happening all the time. The
Yeah.
same crew would gate crash parties and just
Yeah.
there'd be a brawl out the front. Cops would always come. And there were people getting bricked. It just got gnarlier and gnarlier.
Bricked.
Yeah, man, it got gnarlier and gnarlier. Eh? Remember,
Which one's worse, getting bricked or glassed?
fuck, I
Brick
reckon
day.
a bricked for sure.
Yeah, because it's like
Yeah.
CTE instant.
Yeah, like because if you get a clean like WWE glass break, I reckon like that's your
Yeah.
best case. But a brick ain't breaking on your head.
Yeah.
if it does, you're done. But I remember, shout out to Jason Edge. He's passed away now, but him and Scully, like 2 guys, they got stabbed like at a party we're at in Belden. Craig.
Yeah.
and it was just like that shit was happening way too regularly.
Yeah.
Like 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds at parties, and that shit's going down. It's like, fuck. Especially you think about parents dealing with that stuff.
Yeah.
It's gnarly. It would have been happening around your time as well, eh?
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of, groups. But you hang out, if you go to the city on a train, like, you couldn't get caught out anywhere, hey? Like you be in a nice suburb and you can still get rolled or whatever.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Perth is bad by any means compared to other places. Like I feel safe walking anywhere, and even you navigate. It's just part of life to navigate through all that shit, isn't it?
Yeah. You pick up certain vibes and shit, hey, sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. But I reckon like it sort of shapes you too, hey. Those sort of you've got to be involved in those. Not like necessarily you don't want to be involved in fucking anything savage like stabbings or brutal fights, but being around like environments where every now and then something might pop off, or you don't want to say the wrong thing to the wrong person, and I feel like that sort of stuff shapes you in a way of like how to get street smart and how to deal with people.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
that there are consequences for people's actions sometimes, and there are just fuckheads out there. You've got to be careful of.
Yeah.
Kind of makes you stronger in a way. If you're too sheltered, I don't think it does you too many favors.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think of the UFC?
Yeah, sick. I didn't get to see much. I saw all the recaps and just went balls deep on looking up everything because I
Yeah.
work all day. I was trying to stream it, allegedly, but I just didn't have time. But the John Jones, wow.
Smoked him, hey?
Amazing, hey?
Yeah, yeah.
What were your takeaways from it? Were you surprised?
I thought the card, like I remember the night before we were sending through our betting tips for multis. I thought, honestly, the only close fight was going to be the Gamrot one. But the rest of them were all kind of as you thought, hey, except the Shevchenko one. That was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah. What happened with her exactly? Like, I heard she'd won round 2 and 3.
Yeah, so first round she was getting pieced up on the feet, and then second, third round she just kept taking the chick down, Grasso. And she was kind of controlling her on the ground, but not really landing anything too damaging. She was just going tactical to win the rounds. I think her plan after losing the first was probably get 2 or 3 rounds under the belt and then go for it at the end. And then she tried to spin in the 4th round?
Yeah, got her back taken.
Yeah, back taken. And Grasso had, like Vickers was saying, how they'd studied so much tape when Jack fought Randy Brown, the ghost of Randy Brown. They also saw on tape that the potential to get her back on a spin, and they, as soon as it happened, she just like jumped in and pretty much jumped into a rear naked.
Got her.
Yeah.
Locked it in straight away.
Yep.
Was round 4, was Valentina winning that one as well?
A little bit, always on the feet. The Grasso just was, her hands looked so good. I think she grew up in a boxing gym, like her dad was a boxer. So on pure boxing, she was way better, Grasso, for sure.
Yeah.
But on the ground, you got the feeling like wrestling-wise, Shevchenko had a big advantage, but Grasso had some good subs as well. You could tell she was, she had a dangerous guard as well, like cutting good angles for arm bars and triangles. And you could see, she had good submission game, eh?
It's weird how, like, Valentina, close fight, last fight, people argued that she potentially lost that one. And then she comes back and then now she loses. It's like, I wonder if she's on a downhill slide now, or can she do what Amanda Nunes did and get it back?
Yeah.
The belt? Because they're talking about rematch. I saw that.
Yeah. I feel like heaps of them dudes that are so good, they know if they fight a pretty boring fight, they can win.
Yeah.
So I feel like she was almost stuck in that, let's just win. So she wasn't really seeing the quick sub coming. She was kind of more just focused on winning points. She didn't really see that outcome.
The threats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if she can come back from it. Otherwise, you feel that the division sort of caught up to her.
Yeah.
Jones, it just seemed like everyone was just in awe with how easy he made that look.
Yeah, for sure. Just a different level of control, hey? You see in all the embeddeds, he was just wrestling big dudes. Like his prep was just perfect.
Yeah. But you just never know with him. Like when you see him talk, like all week, you watch him in the embedded, I feel like he's putting on an act. Like,
1,000%.
It's not authentic.
He got the best edit. Like they're sending him to cancer wards, and like I think anyway that they knew he was going to win. They had a fairly good idea, and they were like, we need to change this guy's image. So they had the meet and greets, and they were just painting him out to be like this angel way.
Yeah, and he's with all the fans, but you just know deep down he's an absolute savage. Eh?
Yeah. But I bought it. Everyone buys it.
Oh,
Like,
I think it's so good having him back in the sport. It makes the sport better, doesn't it?
yeah. Well, I was watching it with Louis and Steele and them, and everyone in our room knew, like watching the embeddeds. Like everyone knows what they're doing,
Yeah.
and it's kind of funny.
He's the Michael Jordan of the UFC, right?
As far as
Just the best ever.
yeah, he's got to be. Hey,
Like I know the sport's going to be around for 30 years, but like I feel like his run and what he's done will probably even get more just impressive as the years go on.
yeah.
He'll still remain like in the top conversation of the best athletes in the sport.
Yeah.
It's crazy
Well,
that sport's only been around for 30 years though. Like think about all the other sports.
Yeah.
Like how much better is it going to be in 100 years?
I had a weird thought. I was thinking, they do the pound for pound. Like I pictured, say you get Volk and you make him huge, like that size against Jones. Like I feel like Volk would win if there was a mega Volk.
Like a custom character?
Yeah, like 120 kg Volk or whatever. But I was thinking at the
Volk,
same
Volk.
time, if you made a mini Jones into Volk's division, I think the mini Jones might win.
How adorable would Vinnie Jones be?
Yeah.
Little Bones Jones. That'd be so adorable.
It's almost easy though, hey, the mini Jones.
Yeah.
But with wrestling.
Yeah. That'd be sick to see Volkanovski, eh? Just a massive version of Volker.
You can't beat that dude, I don't reckon.
Nah.
A big
Imagine how
heavyweight
big his
Volk.
head would be, like just no neck, just all
Yeah.
shoulders and lats and just staunch.
Yeah. So does that mean that Volk is the rightful pound for pound if he was bigger? Or is it that if Jones was littler, he's the rightful one?
Yeah, I don't know. Where does I think we need it. I think everyone knows Jones is the best of all time. But I reckon currently, pound for pound, if you look at the current ratings, I think Volker still stays there because I feel like we need to see Jones more active. If he beats Stipe, then you've got...
Oh, he'll smoke Stipe. Stipe's so
Yeah,
old.
but like just for the sake of like the longest heavyweight reigning champ, he just needs to tick that off, and then it's like, all right, well, you're definitely...
He'll get paid so much for that Stipe fight. He'll retire 100%. The greatest ever.
Who will?
Jones will win and then retire.
We want to see more of him, don't we?
Yeah.
Because he's the best.
Is Mini Jones Yair Rodriguez? Is that Mini Bones Jones?
Could be,
But he doesn't have the wrestling.
Yeah.
He's got good subs, but...
I want to see Ngannou Jones after Stipe. They have to make that fight, even if it's once off.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
Well, Dana's saying never ever will they see Ngannou again, but he says a lot of shit.
Yeah.
What about Shovkat?
Oh, he was fucking so good.
I heard it was a sick fight. They even gave Neil the bonus, even though he missed weight.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, and paid him his purse.
Yeah. Because he was that good.
Yeah, it was just pretty grueling, and it was good for all the dudes that got to see all that data on Shavkat, I think.
Yeah.
See how he reacts when he's tired, when he's been hit, and I was just watching that like from Team Della, just thinking that's happening one day.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I can't wait, eh?
I would love to see Della light up Ian Gary.
Yeah, fuck, Ian Gary's pretty good.
Yeah, but I reckon he's versing, if he versus someone proper, like he'll get smoked, I reckon. He's so cringy. Can't handle him.
Really? On the mic and that?
Oh, man. Come on. Give it a rest.
What, talking how much he loved Jones and that?
How much he loves McGregor.
Yeah.
But like how cringy he's trying. He did the Billy walk and that. He's like trying to ride the coattail of the Irish wave. It's like you can't re-bottle that magic.
Yeah, he did look fucking good though. He got dropped pretty bad.
Yeah, they should not let him talk
back.
though. Like, let his fight into the talking and just like less on the mic, hey?
Yeah.
I just find him so cringe.
At least he's trying though, hey? I think.
Yeah, he's skillful as fuck, yeah. But yeah, Cody Garbrandt got through a win he needed, hey?
Yeah.
It wasn't pretty. It wasn't really much going on, but he needed that. Otherwise, I feel like he would have been...
And Bo Nickel, man, fucking so impressive.
Yeah, you reckon he's a real deal?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's slick. The wrestling, it just seems to be if you've got that dialed down, you've got such an advantage, how you've got such a base to work with. Because they can just disarm you.
And he's got crazy subs. Like every fight, it's a new submission.
Yeah. They were saying that the way he got his submission, was it not the sort of traditional way?
Oh, yeah, I guess, because it was a head arm, and normally you jump off to the side, which makes you get the choke in better. But when you jump off to the side, it also gives the other person an easier escape.
Oh, okay.
So what he did, it was so smart. He just stayed basically in 3/4 mount, so he never lost position. So if the choke didn't work, he still was in the best position. Whereas if you jump off and that choke fails, then all of a sudden you've lost your dominant position. So
you back to the position he was in. It was smart.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, because he was defending
elite.
it.
It was
I saw him
elite,
defend it
yeah.
on aerial. He was like, yeah, people were kind of saying I didn't do it correct. He goes, that's my style, and I feel like these are the pros of it. And there wasn't much cons. He was sort of, I'm paraphrasing here, but he was sort of saying that people can have their own ways of executing it, and this is my way.
If you can still submit and maintain that top position, hats off to you.
Yeah.
It was way smarter what he did. And he just put it on, and then he kind of went palm to palm, then went rear naked, and he just kind of boa constricted him. Hey, it just got tighter and tighter, and then the guy just felt more helpless and more helpless.
He's very professional already.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
yeah.
You can see guys that come through that college system, they're so better equipped in terms of dealing with the pressures and the nerves and the media. Like, I know he's like a bit of a golden boy in the wrestling circuit, but even look at like when we had Mackenzie on here, who is the NFL player for playing college ball for Temple, how he was saying they play in front of like 90,000 people.
Yeah.
90,000 people for a college NFL game. Like, that happens 2 times a year in AFL if you're lucky with like Essendon, Collingwood and a grand final.
Yeah.
These college guys are dealing with all those pressures, expectations and crowds. I know wrestlers don't compete to that extreme level of audience, but they do still have massive fan bases and pressure on them from college v college.
Yeah.
You can see it holds them in a good stead when they go to that next step
Yeah.
in professional sport, I reckon, because the way he talks, he's just polished.
Yeah. He's like Askren V2, but way better. Better striking, better wrestling, better subs.
Yeah. Be interesting to see how he matches up if he does get to fight like a Pereira down the track or a
He's going to the
style
top.
bender and stuff.
He's definitely going all the way.
Hope Izzy beats Alex. Imagine that. It would be interesting to see
He will.
where they go from there.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, eh?
Yeah.
This year's gone so quick. I can't believe that we're in March and the Margs comp's coming along soon.
Yeah.
That's going to be nearly a year since the Slater podcast.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely go back down there and hopefully hunt some waves and get some more guests on from WSL.
Yeah.
Rusty said they can hook us up again some media passes, so that would be pretty cool.
Sick. I've got to go down the heaps. We've got the run the week after the Margs.
Are you still doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who's in?
Me, Sarah, Adam, Branchy, and we're just getting a fifth. Someone to run the last leg.
Benny Vickers not doing it?
He's not in it. No.
And Mitchie can't do it?
No.
No. Spewing, I can't do it, man. I've been so keen.
Yeah.
Just too hard with the baby on the way, eh?
Yeah.
There's a chance that baby comes it up and joke and everyone has to watch the delivery. Imagine that. This is part of the act. Get a Patron to deliver it. That's part of the perks.
Yeah. Yeah, because that'll be a week or so before your due date. Hey?
Well, May 13th will be up and joke, and then we're due. It's May 24 is what they're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be on.
Yeah, so that could be. That's why I just felt like the Margs, if it does come a couple weeks early, it's like you were saying, it's probably a bit of a risk being down in Margs.
Yeah.
Just 4 hours away. Because, I mean, a lot of time the second child comes earlier, hey?
And quicker too.
Yeah, so
That's the problem, I think.
Imagine 12 Ks into a beach run and I'm just like getting the call somehow.
Yeah.
That'd be the worst feeling, knowing you've still got to finish the run to get to your car and drive like 4 hours.
Because you hear the stories, some of the chicks that have like 4 and 5 kids, sometimes the labour for the 4th and 5th kid's like 20 minutes. It's like they're pregnant and then all of a sudden 20 minutes later, like whoops, there it is.
Slips out, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Did
heavy. I can't believe, like, my granny and my mum, like, she's one of 11, my mum. Can you imagine the vagina after 11 kids?
Yeah.
It'd be hectic, man. You could have like a full torch and walk through it, I reckon. Don't you think that's insane? And hats off to any woman that gives birth to 11 child. That's like Brady Bunch style.
Yeah.
That's more.
I wonder at which point you get used to it.
Do you reckon it gets shorter and shorter? Like the 7th and 8th kid's like a 4-minute labour? Like it just gets shorter?
I think no matter what, it's always going to be pretty fucking brutal.
Heavy, eh?
So hardcore. Did Alicia's waters break? Like, you know, the movie where it's like...
We had a C-section. Do you remember she was... Man, it's the funniest story. Like, because we were highly stressed. She was having, like, contractions and dilating or whatever it is. And...
How's that bro science?
Yeah, and it was a Friday.
Our 6 women listeners are just hating us. Right?
Yeah. I don't even know any of the words. It was a Friday night, and
uterus.
Yeah, because we went public. Obviously, you got to get to what, a certain centimeter dilated before they even look at you. And she holds pain really well, and she was in excruciating pain. And I'd gone down earlier to get fish and chips for dinner. And then we'd been getting back and forth calls from the hospital and trying to get in touch with the doctor that was on that we've been dealing with to say, like, this is the update, like, can we come in? What do we do? Blah, blah, blah. And they kept giving us, like, the cold shoulder, like, not until certain centimetres, you're fine, blah, blah, blah. And we were like, well, the due date's tomorrow, but it fell on the weekend, so they weren't going to see us the Tuesday to take her in. And we just hadn't heard back from them. And I called back the number and started like ranting them what's going on about the baby and all this sort of stuff, and it was the fish and chip shop.
I remember you saying
and like
that.
I did a proper rant, like highly stressed, and she was just like, okay, so baby shark, chips and cock. And I was like, what the fuck? And I like hung up, and we just started pissing at laughing, me and Leisha. I was like, I called the fish and chip shop, and I was like, man, they try to get a sale out of that. And I was like, respect. Like, they pieced
so
together all
good,
of it, and he got the baby bit, like, okay, so baby shark, 2 pieces. And I was like, what? That was incredible, man. I forever stayed loyal to that fish and chip shop because I just felt like the hustle was real for them.
Yeah.
And but yeah, we were in the next morning and we had the most pleasant pregnancy because, well, they just said, oh yeah, we're going to do a C-section because the shoulders are really big on Charlie and we don't want to risk any damage. So they're like, oh, we can get it out at lunchtime, and it was like so pleasant. It was over within. It was really quick, man. Like
Yeah.
we just look back and go, that was eerily smooth. So I'm hoping the second's like that.
Yeah.
But
I'm
we've got-
still thinking of that fish and chip order. What you actually ordered was a 8 centimeter dilated baby shark.
Yeah, it
So
was
you're
basically
going to
that.
get an 8 centimeter.
And I don't know where he pulled the Coke Zero from. And the chips, I was like, respect.
Oh.
And it was like a proper 2-minute rant on the phone about like, can we just get some sort of help from Junop Hospital? We've been getting told mixed messages. No one's getting back to us. It's been 4 hours.
This guy really wants his
all this
fish and
shit.
chips.
Like, we got a baby. Like, and then he's like, listened to all that and then we like repeated the order. I was like, man, what a legend. It was so good. So I'm hoping this one's as smooth that Saturday morning.
Yeah. Before we go, do we give Hassan the Assassin one more follow up?
Yeah, treat yourself. Just ruining people's mornings.
Yeah. What do we do about the convertible? It's not even got a message anymore.
Can you leave your message?
Isn't available right now. Please leave a detailed message after the tone. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hassan the Assassin, you bloody guinea pig killer, you. We'll call you back next week, buddy. You're just like good mates with him now, eh?
Yeah, like, it's your old mate. I love how they don't even answer private numbers, like business people. They're just like, nah, not today, boys. Don't need the business that bad, eh?
Yeah. Oh, well, that's been fun, Buddha.
Good
First
times.
cranks in the new studio.
Yes. There'll be something we can get out of that, eh?
Yeah.
How's my sty going?
Yeah, it's probably... You can barely notice it.
It's going to definitely on that, eh? How hectic was it the other day?
What's that?
The
Oh, when
sty.
we shot the Varsity Blues poster. It was horrific, man.
Yeah, and that was good compared to the day before. So I feel like Charlie's been poking me in the eye with his stinky fingers. And I got it. Because he actually gave me the biggest Ric Flair eye poke the other day. And then I actually was like, oh man, there's some grit in my eye or something. We're down the park playing cricket. And I fully reckon he put fucking something in today.
Yeah.
Bacteria stink eye. Kids, eh?
Oh, shit.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. All right. Huge shout out to all the patrons, all the subscribers, and our YouTube followers.
Legends.
Yeah. If you can get on our YouTube, check it out. There's going to be content being drip fed on that. So,
And Up and Joke too.
yes.
Get your tickets now. Try booking.com. Type in Up and Joke 2 and it should come up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine
We'll
there's
change
too
the
many
links in our
events.
bios, hey?
Yeah, we'll put it in.
That's the easiest way. Then people just click on your bio and
Yeah.
bang, it's there.
Perfect. But yeah, I'd love to see heaps of Grin Reapers crew roll up. Tell your friends. Tell people that came last time or missed out. And we'll hopefully see you all there for a good time.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, yeah, we'll sell that bad boy out. You reckon?
It's only 500 seats. So the last one was 1,100
Yeah.
we got. And that sold pretty quick. So 500, it's going to be, I'm assuming and hoping it will sell quite quickly. So get in quick. And then it's just a good excuse to have beers and a bit of a party with everyone too. I'm actually excited about that. It's going to be just a fun sort of interactive event.
Yeah, for sure. All right,
So,
legend. Peace.
Legends. Good times, guys. Look after yourselves. We've got some big guests coming on next 2 weeks. Some interesting guests,
Yeah,
eh?
we had the Russian money laundering dude because something went down the Perth Mint over the weekend. He had to cancel on us, so he'll be back. And we've got a carnivore doctor as well coming on. So
that'd be interesting insight into their worlds. I'm excited to chat to those guys.
yeah,
Awesome. Thanks to all the patrons. Thanks to Rusty. Thanks to Manscaped. And thanks to just everyone for listening and supporting the podcast. We'll see you all next week.
see you.